Is this the Odroid you're looking for? Or is this not the Odroid you're looking for? Hi, my name is Amy Vishwanatha and welcome to Techie Housewife. Odroid Go Super is another emulation handheld based on the popular Rockhip RK3326 processor, which is the same used in ubiquitous RG351V and V, which I have, and it's beautiful. And something great about this device is the screen size. It is 5 inches, 854 by 480 TFT LCD. Unlike many of the other retro handhelds, this device does not ship with an SD card or an operating system loaded. But since it's based on the same architecture as the other handhelds, there are several OS choices. Now, I have been using Batasera on many of my devices lately, but for this, I have decided to go with Emuelec 4.0. Emuelec boosts to emulation station, similar to RetroPie. And underneath, it uses a RetroArch to emulate the games. Now, I did have my husband get everything loaded on here for me, so I was not touching this or looking at it because I want to open this in front of you and I want you to have my genuine reaction. So let's do that right now. Okay, are we ready? Wow. This is pretty cool. Look at that. I really like this. This is really cool too. This kind of takes me back to the 80s where they were making all of those see-through phones and other devices like that. So this is pretty cool. And you could see the battery right here that looks like it would be easily replaceable. That's pretty nice. It looks really good and it feels nice. It has a good weight to it. It's good and solid. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And I'm really impressed just with the look of it. Just basic USB-C for charging. And I don't believe there's any other paperwork that came with it. Nope, empty. So you can have an idea of the actual size of this thing. I'm going to put it next to the Odroid Pocket 2. Check out the difference. I'm talking like this much more of a device you have. And look at the 5-inch screen. That's just pretty cool. Honestly, this puts me in mind, and a lot of them have been these days, of going for the look of the Switch. I mean, if something is good, why not, right? The layout and everything is just great. I want to go ahead and I want to turn it on just so I can see the screen. Wow. And keep in mind, this does have a plastic cover over it, and I guess I will take that off because I want you guys to have the full effect here. It is loading. So right off the bat, the colors are great. It's very vibrant. So the viewing angles, side views are pretty excellent. If you can see this, the side views, you see what I'm talking about there. They're pretty good. And turning it this way, honestly, I could totally play it like this. I think you can see that, how clear that is. The only problem I saw was this way, but even I think you're not getting the full effect of that. I can see in the camera actually, but it's a little darker in person than what you're seeing on the camera. I'm already impressed with this without playing anything, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like when I play. So let's see how easy this is to use. Can I get right in there and use it? Or is it going to be difficult to finagle my way around in here? Let's check. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at those colors. Take a good look at this. You can see what I'm talking about. And let me just do this. Okay, the audio is not super loud, but it's pretty adequate. And you really don't need a super loud volume, especially if you're using some sort of a headphone. I don't think you're gonna be too worried about it. I would like to go in and play an NES game. Let's see. Listen to that. So, okay. The volume is a bit better here. Okay, let's go. I want to check out the D-pad and the buttons and see, and running. Oh, it's not working. I'm not sure what's wrong. It's not allowing me to play this. Okay, let's try this one more time. I'm not sure why it froze up earlier, but I guess that happens sometimes. I am having a little trouble with the control. I don't feel, it's not playing for me like it does on other devices. And that could just be the operating system. While the device does feel great in my hands, I feel like these buttons are a little too small. Okay, so enough for this game. What I would like to show you actually is when you hit this up here, that's how we get out. I played the NES game. Let's see if any of the other ones work better. It was my favorite console. And we are also playing my most favorite game. Oh, let me hear it. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, this is playing like the normal. The controls are completely normal. This is much more responsive. It's just the buttons are a bit small. I wish they were a little larger. The D-pad is kind of loose. Let's go. Where is he? Come on. Woo! Oh, it's not a fire one. Okay. Okay, let's get our way all the way through. Yes, this is pretty much, it's responding to everything I'm doing very quickly. So this, oh, I got a free dude. Okay. Weehaw! This played really good. No problems with that. So the SNES system worked great on here. I have to play a Sega Genesis game. So there's not a ton of games on this one, but let's see what I can find. I don't like Knuckles and Sonic, but I don't have much choice. That's all they have on here are Sonic and Knuckles. So let's do this. Here we go. Okay, the controls seem to be correct here. Oh, you little booger. Oh. Okay. That played really well. I would just like to point out that with the NES, the SNES, and the Sega Genesis game, I have not seen any ghosting. And I've been able to clearly see exactly what was happening on the screen. And with the exception of the NES game, it was super responsive. Here we are, Nintendo 64. And again, just take a good look at that. There is nothing lacking on the screen whatsoever. Okay, Mario Kart 64, here we come. Uh-oh. I have an error. Okay, for some reason, Mario Kart is not wanting to load. Try one more time. Yes, it's loading this time. Woohoo! Are we ready? Okay, you probably see right away it's kind of hesitating. It's skipping a bit. It's having some issues. Okay. There we go. Okay, so it took quite a few seconds for that actually to decide that it wanted to go. This is not letting me control it at all. Okay, so even with the thumbstick, it's not letting me steer. So I'm going to have to say, just by this and the way it started out and the issues I had at the very beginning, that N64 probably is not going to perform very smooth on this. But I have heard that Batocera does a good job on this. So if you are interested in playing N64 on the Odroid Go Super, you probably would want to use something like Batocera. We have the D-pad. We have the buttons here. These are the main buttons that are actually helping me get around in this device. I just can't get over those colors. They're so pretty. Anyway, we have the triggers. We have the volume, charging. There's USB, USB-C, headphone jack, power button, and of course the thumbsticks. This is where the micro SD card goes. And again, I love the clear design. It just takes me back. And still, even after playing all these games, I'm very impressed with the quality of the device. It's not flimsy and does not feel like it's going to break or bust if it has a little bit of a fall. Now, this device costs close to $110 US shipped. And that is pretty much what we paid for the RG351V. For me, I would have to go with the RG351V, which I like better because not only the look is absolutely gorgeous, but so far I've had no problems with any of the games I have played on it. And I do like playing with my hands closer together. It's a super comfortable fit in my hands. I like the buttons and everything on that. This, as I've said, just wish they made the buttons bigger. The D-pad, it's responsive, but it feels too loose for me. But other than that, it's an awesome device. And it definitely is better than the Retroid Pocket 2 in terms of control. But the Retroid Pocket 2 has better quality, not performance, I guess you would say. Let's just try a Game Boy game. Okay, I just want to play a Game Boy game for those of you who love Game Boy. And I'm playing Tetris, which I stink at. It is doing a great job. It's super responsive, actually, which I don't know why I'm sounding surprised about that. This is a really good device. I like to watch people play this, actually. You know, the more I think about it, the more I think I really, really like this. There's only one thing I would change, and I've told you that already. That's the buttons. Bigger buttons, bigger buttons. Maybe I'll actually change it from Emuelec to Batocera. Maybe that would work better. But hey, you gotta try a little bit of everything, right? You never know until you try. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this. I really love how they've put it together, how it looks, how sturdy it is, button placement, triggers. It seems really like it's a great quality. And I do think this is the Odroid you're looking for. So, do I recommend this? Of course I do. I mean, how could I not? There's not really anything bad I can say about the device. And the issue with the NES game, I believe it's pretty much the OS I used, as well as N64. I believe this issue is the OS. I don't believe that it is the device at all. And if I am completely honest, I almost would say this is equal to or as much fun as my RG351V, which I absolutely adore. So I can really see this becoming a favorite device. Not my absolute favorite, but certainly up there, probably in the top 5. I don't know if I really touched base on everything about the device while I was playing with it because I couldn't really get over how great the screen looked. It kind of captivated me. Just looking at it is such a pleasure. If you are thinking about buying this, you don't have to think any longer. I didn't really touch too much on how lightweight this is. It's not going to strain your hands. Also, I believe it's possible to do some great modifications, but I think you can pretty much customize it to what you like. And I've not really played with Switch Lite, but I can definitely see that maybe they were going for something like that. Cons, I would say the size of the actual buttons is just a tad too small. Other than that, it's pretty much perfect. Okay, nothing's perfect, but this is pretty close. That is all I have for today. Thank you for joining me. Please hit that share button so you can share this with your friends. And as always, have a game-tastic day.